How's it going today, everybody? This is Kaiju Addict bringing you a brand new figure review today. We are going to be looking at the very newly released for September 2022 Bandai Movie Monster Series Battra Adult / Imago / Final Form figure review. So let's not waste any time and let's dive right into this figure review. Battra me, go. Starting off with the detail on the head here. Look at that beautiful, beautiful sculpt. I am absolutely impressed by this figure. I love the crown paint job on the face. The teeth and the horns are a little white, but that's okay. They actually have the red stripe down the back, but that's about all. And even the fuzz doesn't really have a lot of paint, except for all those white marks on it. Down here to the thorax, you can see his claws. And then we've got the Battra hands that are actually not molded to the body. They're actually individual. You can put your finger in there. You can maybe try to have them hold a stand or a kaiju in there, which is really, really nice. That is the one thing that I will 100% admit I am blown away and I'm surprised about. Now, the one thing I'm not surprised about, the under part of the wings are not painted, but then you flip them around and you get these beautifully painted wings. I absolutely love the detail on this figure when it is done correctly, and when it's actually done, this figure looks awesome. Now, there's no articulation in the head. It doesn't swivel, unlike the Mothra. There's no articulation in the legs either, like the first Megaguirus, and there's no wing articulation. So, that's kind of disappointing. Now, let's look at the size comparisons for this figure. First, we're going to take the Memorial Box 90s Godzilla, which this Godzilla, personally to me, is the Godzilla from this movie. And they fit pretty well in scale. Battra's a little smaller than maybe he should be, but it still looks really nice. I still think the scale looks good for a $25, set of Bandai vinyls. Next, we're going to compare Battra with the Tokyo SOS Mothra or Final Wars Mothra, because it's pretty much the same Mothra, just because we don't have a Heisei Mothra yet. And quite honestly, these two look really nice together. So, plus there. Bandai, give us a 90s. Next, we are going to look at the SH Monster Arts Battra Larva form. The Monster Arts are a little bit scaled up, so it doesn't look quite right, and this is where you can kind of see the Battra is small. Obviously, though, that's pretty okay with me. It's not too big of a deal, and these two still look very nice. And last, but definitely not least, the Sun Guts Third Form Shin Godzilla. God, he's cursed. But they look good anyways. Lastly, let's look at the tag here. The photo is awesome, but as you can see, I do have some dents in it, which is a-okay. It seems to be the regular thing from Hobby Link Japan. This was released in 2022, and the back has the wing pattern and the Godzilla vs. Mothra logo. It looks very, very nice. I do really like these tags. I just wish they had the kaiju weight and height on them, like a certain other figure that will be reviewed later this week. And alrighties, guys, that is about it for this figure review. I have to admit, this Battra figure by Bandai for the Movie Monster Series line is definitely a neat figure for what it is. Is this the old vintage figure? Absolutely not. Is this also the Monster Arts version? Absolutely not. But for a basic $25 vinyl figure, I think this figure is actually pretty damn good. If I were to give it a rating, I would say it's definitely a 7 out of 10. I kind of do wish the head rotated. There's a glue seal there. I know it wouldn't do much, but the Mothra can, so I don't know why Battra can't. But otherwise, that's about it. And then, they didn't follow the painting on the bottom, which they never do, but it would be a nice little thing to do with these smaller figures. I do have to admit, I am impressed by the fact that they didn't just do what they do with Mothra, and they make the legs a solid piece. They made these multiple kind of pieces together, and it actually has some depth. I think that looks really, really nice, and it adds a lot to the figure. So, if you'd like to pick this guy up, I personally got mine from Hobby Link Japan. If you'd like to go there and order one, you can. Otherwise, most of the US figure distributors should be getting these figures within the next week or so after posting this review, like Showcase Kaiju, Kaiju Live, etc., etc. The normal, the awesome US sellers if you don't want to order straight from Japan. Anyways, guys, that's going to close out this review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Be ready for Daimajin later this week on Friday. As I always say in these videos, peace, rock on, stay safe. Remember to go to the Facebook group, Collect All Monster Collectors. Answer the security questions. Join the discussion with 1,200 plus other wonderful tokusatsu collectors and members. And I will see you guys in the next video. Me and Battra here, signing out.